What is up, Mavs fans and hoop heads? Hope your vibes are immaculate today. I'm AG, your host, owner, CEO, director, manager, and all that. Welcome on into another episode of Mavs Rundown. Appreciate all of y'all for listening. And I'm joined by a special guest today, Sir the Almighty. What's up, sir?
Yo, what's up, everybody? How you guys doing?
Yeah, appreciate it. And yeah, he came, watched the game with me tonight, and along with the fam, and the Mavs fall tonight 126-117 in Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals. And at first, honestly, the first half thing, it was a tale of two halves, to be honest, with this game.
Yeah.
It was a tale of two halves. First half, everything going the Mavs' way. That's including, like, threes, the defense, like, just everything that you could kind of want to go right for the Mavs, especially offensively. It did. The Mavs finished the half at 72-58 at the end of the half. And I think, hold on, let me have my stats pulled up real quick. I usually have that. Boom. At the halftime, I know Luka had 24 points, and Jalen Brunson finished with 20 points, and then along with that, Reggie had 13. But, the big thing in the first half was Luka, and JB stepping up. Other guys actually hitting down their shots, along with, these guys really stepping their game up. And honestly, things were going all Mavericks in the first half.
Yeah, definitely.
All the way. And then second half, again, tale of two quarters. The third quarter, the Mavs get outscored 25-13. We only scored 13 points that quarter, guys. The whole team as a whole, only 13 points in the third quarter. Things got bad. And what sucked is I have noted, Draymond getting his fifth foul with 6 minutes left. And didn't even matter because they had Looney out there, and he was, balling for them. He ends up with a career high tonight, 21. And, they come out with a win in the second half. And, Luka goes out for 42 points tonight, 5 rebounds, 8 assists, 3 steals, and a block. Only 2 turnovers, too. He had a really good night, but the second half, along with Jalen Brunson, he actually finished with 31, 7 rebounds. That's pretty good. And 5 assists. He was playmaking out there. And again, only 2 turnovers for him. So, really good nights by these two guys. And, the Mavs just don't come out on top. The third quarter, honestly, we just started missing shots. Basically, when you agree, just started just missing shots. And then, honestly, I think that carried over to defense. Again, kind of like we've seen before, where when our shots kind of don't fall, our defense starts to lack a little bit. And then we just turned into turnstiles. And guys were just, guys were going right by them. And I don't know the official stats on points in the paint, but in the second half they were just attacking us, and I know they had 30-something points.
Bro, at one point it was 50 points. It's I know for sure.
No. Total for the game they scored 62 total points in the paint, but in the second half they scored 36, 38. I don't know, somewhere in that range, and just in the second half. Yeah. So that was all that third quarter. And especially, it was so blatant in the fourth quarter. We're just like, dude, we couldn't, down the stretch, it was the Mavs clawing back into it. Lucas keeping us in it. JB kind of doing some things. But on the defensive end, we just could not get a stop. We just, at the end of the game, I feel like, honestly, in my opinion, guys just look gassed. We just came out of a 6-game series first round. 7-game series, tough, matchup, second round. And now it's, game 1 and 2, it's boom, boom, kind of back-to-back. And at the fourth quarter, they really just look gassed. Reggie Bullock looked like he couldn't guard anybody out there. And that dude is, one of our, basically, second-best defender behind Dodo's. Reggie could not keep anybody in front of him. No offense to Reggie, but, he was just, that's how bad. And honestly, in these situations, my boy, Sir brought it up. This is when you need a big. And honestly, that's true. Just kind of how Golden State out there. We could beat them off the dribble a little bit against the paint, but they would always have, they got the Draymond to step up at least. Or they have a Looney to step up and really, protect them when those are good bigs, mobile bigs that can move around and do some things and help on the defensive end, as well as not be a liability on offense. And tonight, man, the Mavs had some type of just liable big, just some type of rim protector presence. Like, it would have been the difference because, the defense, we start missing shots, which, again, we started kind of live or die by the three, and we kind of forget to attack at times. So we kind of started falling in love with the three ball a little bit too much, and we start missing. And then the defense starts lacking, and they're getting easy penetration. That's such a great time to have a Miles Turner or a Clint Capella or
anybody,
just
bro.
Any
to
type
give up
of
20 and 10 game to Kevon Looney, bro.
Yeah,
like no disrespect to Kevon Looney, bro. Like I really like his game. I enjoy it. But, just 20 and 10, like, that's a hard pill to swallow. Like, what I'm saying? Like, 20 and 10, like, if you get that from Draymond, you might be like, oh, shit. But you're like, okay, cool, but...
it does suck, but however, given the Mavs makeup, it's kind of like that's part of our game plan. Like, all right, we'll give up some of the inside points, but we're counting on we're going to beat you from the outside. But I feel like we don't mix it up. Like, yeah, we were beating them from the outside. We're doing it, but then it's like... we forget to attack, and the third half was just like a shit show. It was such a blur. I can't even think of plays.
Yeah, I don't even remember it.
I know for sure, like in the second quarter, I know especially when Frank was in there, Ntilikina, I love him on the defensive side, but offensively, he was taking so many threes that weren't even necessary because I want him to take the open threes that are within the offense. But then there was times, which I'm not even trying to pick on him. I'm just saying, there were times where we should have attacked. And I just remember one scenario where it was a fast break, and it was basically a 3-on-1, and they swung it to Frank in the corner. He was open, yeah, but dude, it was like a 3-on-1. There's only had one dude under the bat. Someone has to attack. I'm sorry, but somebody's got to drive to the basket and just have that self-awareness where, we're clanking kind of some threes right now. We kind of need to get into a groove. Somebody's got to attack and maybe even create another open three. But just, someone drive to the basket. And that was just one situation. But I know, especially in the third quarter, we just kind of fell in love with the three and couldn't get anything falling. And by the time fourth quarter started, man, we were in this game. It was a close game. We were all into it. But you could tell the players for the Mavericks, we were just, they looked gassed. They were... defensively, they were all looking like turnstile. Not just to pick on Reggie, but really all of them. They were all, they were definitely picking on Luka this game, just like they did, in the first game. And they were trying to go at him. And, honestly, it was working. He finished on -12. He had 42 points, but he was a -12 because they were attacking him on the other end. I already know why he was a -12. So, it is what it is. You got to step up, and everybody, it's just not falling all on Luka. It was more of a team thing, but it sucks. We kind of just, we were right there to steal.
Just need some stops, bro.
We were right there to
steal. I told you, I was like, we just needed 2 stops. I said, just needed 2 stops. That was it. Kept trading buckets down, under 5 in the fourth. It was just bucket for bucket. Steph would get a big play or whatever and one. And I think Brunson got one right back on the other end. It was just
they were matching.
It was literally just trading buckets, bucket for bucket. Reggie pulled that crazy 3, and I was just like, "Yo, he's got a cannon, bro."
Yeah.
And then I was just like, "Just need 2 stops, legit 2 stops minimum." And if you could at least trade for one of the stops, get a bucket or somehow, I was like, you can stop the bleeding. I said, but it just never happened. And then, that inbound play where they threw it out of bounds, I was like, yeah, that's it, bro. I was like...
yeah, that Reggie, that was Reggie. Maybe you can contribute that to fucking being gas. But
I didn't really
that was Reggie passed it in. Yeah, that was right at the end.
I just saw them heaving into the second row. I was like, yeah, that's it, bro. That's it. That's game.
Yeah, he definitely threw that thing way over. Luka just saw that fly over his head. I was just like, yeah, this game's over. You could see it in his face. He's just like, yeah, this is done. Luka was just to give Jalen Brunson credit too, and of course Reggie hit that 3 at the end, but Jalen Brunson was also hitting a couple shots. But Luka was really keeping us in at the end of the game. Warriors, they took the lead in the third, and they kind of just held on to it. We kind of went back and forth, tying it up, but then they took a lead in the fourth. And I think that was thanks to Jordan Poole. He just went off for them in the second half. We just could not stay on him, and that was a thing tonight. He went off for 23. So we can't let that happen. Of course, it was just like he was just getting to the rim, and then of course, when you let guys get to the rim so much, they gain confidence, and then he hits a three on you, and it's it feels like it's an avalanche is just falling on the Mavs, and that's what happened really in the fourth, or starting the third, where we gave up the 19-point lead, and then carried over into the fourth, and the Warriors 3-time champ, their pedigree stuck out tonight. I think they said on the stat it was like their 11th 15-point comeback under Kerr as a coach. So, I mean, they've been there, done that. They've been down that much before. They showed it tonight that they were able to capitalize on our mistakes, and that's really what it was. It was if you were to choose, like, did the Warriors win this game or did the Mavericks lose this game? I would say the Mavericks lost this game. What do you think?
Yeah, bro. I'm not gonna lie. After the first half, I was like, I feel like they're gonna win this game. This series.
I had extreme confidence.
Yeah, I was like, extremely high confidence. I was like, it's gonna be 1-1 for sure. Like, I was like, damn, I was excited for you. I was like, damn. I even told you, bro. I was like, yo, God, you guys are in the Western Conference Finals. You're about to win this game. And then, like, I look up and it's just slowly been chipped away, and it just seemed like they just lost it, man. Like, easy winnable game. It's one that it just hurts, but you got to go to the next one and just you're back home. Got to pull it out at home,
Right. At the end of the day, if we're going to put a silver lining on this, too, they protected home court. They did what they're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
That was they're supposed to protect home court, and they did that. So we almost stole one. Like, that's it's like it sucks because it was right there for our taking. And we lost it ourselves being up. If you have a 19-point lead, that's on you if you lose it. So that's, that we should have finished it off. And tonight we weren't able to. Couldn't get enough stops. I think offensively, in the fourth quarter, we put up 32 in the fourth quarter, sir. But guess what? Yeah. We gave up 43 points to the Warriors in the fourth. They put up a 40-burger in the fourth.
Oh, my God.
We couldn't stop anybody. So, yeah, defense, definitely. I think, guys, look at the minutes. Reggie Bull at 44 minutes, Dodo 42. Pretty much their average minutes. They've been playing all playoffs. Like, I know these guys are tired. Yeah, man, if we just had, like, one extra, like, if it was a wing, like I said, or even a versatile, like, big man type, rim protector type that, help spare some minutes on our roster right now, I think that would really be big for us. And again, I'm saying that just because we know this roster, moving forward, that's, the Mavs are going to look to make moves and do things like that. So, it's kind of picking. This is only, 2-game sample size. I'm basing this off the whole playoffs and kind of how we've still been playing. We've been great, but obviously we know talent-wise we need another player somewhere on this roster. Of course, that's up for debate what type of player we need for this team. But definitely a big man, a rim protector. I won't even say big man. I'll just say a rim protector presence definitely would have been nice tonight.
Yeah.
Especially it would have affected at the end of the game when guys were just kind of getting blown by. But I mean, hey, we were blown by their guys, but they always had at least a Looney or somebody would step up. So if we just had like a big enough guy to step up, which every guys are out there doing their best, but shit, when they're playing so many minutes, per game at this point in the playoffs, like, man, like they got. I'm not trying to make excuses, but I mean, they were gotta be gassed, and it just showed on the court. To be honest, that's why I keep saying it. I feel like it just showed. I'm just like, they just look tired. Like when you see a guy on the court, they just looks tired. You could tell, like, they just look fucking tired. Like it is what it is. Mavs almost escaped with a win. The bench didn't really do anything for us tonight, and that sucks because Spencer kind of started off pretty well, attacking, making plays, but he only finished with 4 points tonight. Not good when your leading scorer off the bench is Davis Bertans, no disrespect, especially if he would have went off, but he only had 6 points, so it's like if Bertans would have had 15 off the bench as leading scorer, then, that's cool, but he only had 6, and that was our leading scorer, and Dinwiddie definitely, I wish he would have stepped up more. He definitely could have. I feel like only 6 shot attempts. Like, come on, man. Like, you definitely got to step up more. Don't know what's going on with him. I don't know if it's like a mental thing or maybe still the injury. Maybe it is the injury, honestly, coming off ACL and then not really resting on any back-to-backs anymore and kind of, playing through all this playoff. Maybe that's taking fatigue on his leg. Who knows? But, you definitely want to see him more aggressive. And Kleba, only 3 points off the bench. Was only 1 of 5 from 3. It is what it is, kind of in this game. Hitting shots in the first half, they just, stop falling in the second half, and the defense usually falls apart whenever our shot just stops falling. So I think that's basically summed up. I mean, do you have any, thoughts about this game other than that?
Step up next game. Just it was a lot of things that everything went right, Luka had a big game. Right. JB had a big game. It was literally just training buckets. Just got to play some better defense.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And if Kevon Looney just doesn't, if he scores half them points, you could have just had the game go play by play exactly like that. But if you shut down Kevon Looney to just 7 points, bro, you could probably give up the 10 plus boards or whatever he had. But 21, you can't give that up. After a certain point, you just got to be okay, cool, we gonna have to start playing a little aggressive and just get a stop, focus on a stop.
And I think that goes to them being tired too, because they weren't getting on their rotations, whenever they switched over and left, Looney was getting a lot of just easy buckets inside, and that was just kind of a lot of them. Sometimes we're gonna get scored on inside, yeah, but some of them were just missed rotations due to maybe just us being gassed, not. But I mean, in these situations, you got to step up, and those type of things really hurt you. And so that happened, and so Mavs. I mean, but that's what I was gonna say. What you were saying though, there is a silver lining though to this game. You could take away positives in this game. This whole first half, you could take away so many good things in the first half of what we did. Even really in the fourth quarter, offensively, what we did, we could take away a lot of good things. But especially we attacked. Steph more and stuff like that, and especially just attacking in general, the paint, we had definitely probably had more paint touches than the first game, this one. But there are a lot of good things we could build on, and going ahead and just, scrapping this one now, go ahead and put this one in the rear view. They protected home court. Seen this movie before with the Suns. Good teams are going to protect home court. Mm-hmm. So they did what they're supposed to do. They came out. We almost stole one. Yes, it hurts, but hey, we actually got some positive things out of that. I think those are some things that we can move building forward. And I just want to know, sir, what do you think maybe some adjustments the Mavs can make going into, especially playing at home now for the next 2 games? What are some adjustments you can see the Mavs making to maybe help things sway their way?
Man, I'm not even too sure other than just if you're going to play defense, play it consistently. There was a couple of plays where I was just I could see just low effort or just damn, they got by me. Saying just little things are just
right.
I know sometimes, not even sometimes, it's a lot. I think majority of the team, they haven't really been to the finals before. So,
mm-hmm.
So I know it might be, new territory, but you're playing a veteran team. So, you don't really have that opportunity to, saying lack off or, saying slack on one play. So, you just got to keep the intensity up. You got to, understand, okay, you saw
right.
When Luka hit that 3 and we looked at each other, he said us still come on,
let's
fuck.
go,
fuck,
let's go.
Yeah. So you got to keep the intensity up, and like I said, they had it was bucket for bucket for not letting up, but you got to just get a couple stops.
Yeah, keep that same intensity on the defense
because the Warriors are going to turn it over, so you got to capitalize on it.
Yep.
Those are they're guaranteed for at least. Maybe 5 turnovers in a quarter. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Minimum. You know what I'm saying? Or they're going to turn the ball over. So you got to capitalize off of it. And then, that way it gives you leeway. But when you get a big lead, you got to hold on to the lead, just...
Have to.
Just that mind frame of not letting up, saying, put the foot on the throat.
Like they did Game 7 against the Suns. But it just didn't happen.
Because you had the foot on the throat in the first half, and then you let loose a little bit. But you can't do that. You can't do that with Steph and them. You can't do it.
It was a lesson learned. Luka was trying to tell him, like you said, like, yo, like, let's go. Like, you can't just, back down now. You got to pick it up. So, yeah, man, that part, that's true. Just got to keep the intensity up. But really on both ends you got to play a full, 48 minutes, man. You got to play full 48. We played a good, whatever, full or 3 quarters, but that third really messed up. Really, the fourth quarter, putting up a 40 burger for them isn't good. But that third quarter, really, only 13 points by us really messed us up right there. If we would have put up at least like 20 or 30 in that quarter, then, the fourth quarter doesn't look so bad. But maybe we come out, the result is different if the third quarter, doesn't slip away from us. But, however, going forward, I think adjustment-wise, honestly, I think now, using home court, using that advantage, I think the Mavericks and us, looking at us being kind of, as I keep repeating, kind of just being like gassed out, kind of tired, I feel like the Mavs should start maybe trying to slow the pace down a little bit. Make this more of a half court, which, of course, you got to make shots, because otherwise if you start missing shots, then that creates the fast break opportunities for them to hit threes, and, they like to dance and all that stuff after they hit and, celebrate and stuff. So we got to, that creates their momentum. So we got to definitely stop that. I think that starts with, we started in the first quarter we did it, but we didn't do it was Luka Doncic's post-ups.
Yeah.
I wanted to see more of that. Yeah. We were started doing the first, not him just turning around, dribbling up top, then just turn around at the free throw line, posting up Curry. No, like they have him run around, give the ball up, run around, getting post-up position by the block, then give it to him, then let him, because I feel like someone brought it, I think it might have been Amari Stoudemire that I saw on the show or today or something, but I agree too that like whenever you have the post-up, it's not expending as much energy because he's not having to dribble around guys, go around double teams as he's, coming off the pick and roll up top. He can just get the ball, and then he scans the defense, and you can see easily, obviously, where, the double team is going to come from or where the defender and how guys are going to play out that way. And I feel like they need to utilize that a lot more. Along with getting JB, and especially Spencer's got to join the party, too. Spencer's got to step up. Jalen Brunson definitely stepped up tonight. But obviously, we're going to need other guys, if not just Spencer stepping up. Obviously, if you can get Kleba, Dodo to hit a couple more threes, maybe Bertans or something, just spread out the points, that's good. But really, Spencer's kind of the other main guy we look at to step up. But a lot of good things to look at from there. And I think posting up Doncic will help conserve some energy for defense because they like to attack him. And you can tell he's a competitor. He's not going to give up easy. He's not just out there turnstile giving up. He's out there. He's competing. He's trying to, he did pretty good in the first half. Again, it's the first half when we did really good. He did good in the first half. Stay in front of like Wiggins and, whatnot. But it was, the second half kind of, picking on him and probably just getting gassed out and us going away from posting him up and stuff. And, I think just us giving him more post touches, that'll help other guys get open shots. And, of course, open shots, we can usually drain them. And that's pretty much all I got. But, yeah, any final thoughts?
No, man, I'm good.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. This is kind of just a bummer. I know Mavs are bummed out, but hey, good thing is we play again. I think in just a couple of days. I'll pull up the schedule. Good podcasting going on right now. Yeah, next game. Yeah, it is Monday or Sunday at 8:00. Another 8 o'clock start time on TNT, and it's here in Dallas. Finally, the next 2 games at home. So it's going to be good. Going to be zappity. And it's going to be dope. So y'all get ready to check that out. Sunday, 8 o'clock on TNT. Get ready. I appreciate all y'all for listening. Appreciate you, Sir the Almighty, for coming over and, checking the game out, giving your recap on the game.
No problem, man. It's always a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
Hell yeah. Oh, and side note, congratulations on your Houston Rockets getting the third overall pick, getting in the top 3.
Thank you.
You know, we're going to have later on, once I get into off-season stuff, we definitely have to have a pod on, the Rockets and your third pick. So that's some deep dive in those top 3 picks. That's going to be fun. So definitely looking forward to that too. But yeah, man, appreciate you and appreciate everybody listening. Again, the Mavs Rundown is podcast is free on YouTube along with Spotify and the Anchor app. And the Mavs Rundown is also on Twitter if you want to follow. It's at Mavs_Rundown. So go ahead and check it out if you want. And yo, I'm AG. Thanks for listening. Remember, cool heads prevail, guys. And I'll see y'all next time on the Mavs Rundown.